And welcome everyone to CGTN's coverage of the China International Fair for Trade and Services, otherwise known as CIFTIS, taking place right here in Beijing. I'm Michael Wang.
And I'm Dou Hongyu with CGTN Radio.
Yeah, so Hongyu, look, CIFTIS, this is one of the most comprehensive, most holistic, biggest trade in services fairs in the world. There are 12 service sectors represented, ranging from health to environment to transportation, tourism, culture. Where are we today?
And we're here at the Pavilion for Financial Services.
Yeah, so the CGTN team, us, our colleagues, we're touring the various pavilions that you're going to find here at CIFTIS. We're at a place called Shougang Park, right? This is one of two official venue sites for CIFTIS. The other official site is called the National Convention Center, where our other colleagues are, and they're touring the pavilions and exhibitions there as well, right?
Yeah, and today we'll give you a tour around this exhibition for financial services to see what those financial institutions are going to offer us.
Absolutely. So how about we walk around Hongyu and see what we can find in the financial services pavilion, which is pretty massive, right? Because financial services represented by two huge pavilions here at CIFTIS, and we've got over 200 financial institutions, both domestically and from abroad, that are attending this year's event either in an online capacity or on an on-site capacity. We saw financial institutions from where? From Europe, from North America, Latin America, the Middle East, Russia,
Japan.
all here at CIFTIS. So it's quite a buzz, I would say. Yeah.
And here, not just, as Michael just said, not only foreign financial institutions, but also those in China. And as we can see, China is further opening up its financial service market to the world, which means that this is a huge pool of opportunities for those institutions.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, China's already the second largest financial market in the world, Hongyu, but I feel a lot of Chinese families and investors, a lot of their wealth still is in, for example, real estate, still is in, for example, bank deposits. We are seeing more Chinese investors and families, for example, investing in more public funds and more mutual funds. But as that Chinese middle income group continues to grow, right, they're going to need more diversified financial products, more investment options, and I think this is a good place for them to come find some of those services and investment products.
And always at such a trade fair, I'm always very happy to see that those exhibitors are presenting us what's going to be trendy on the Chinese market. And here at the Pavilion of Financial Services, we have noticed something, let's say, new.
Yeah, I would say relatively new, because this pavilion in particular, I would say, Hongyi, we've got a lot of major Chinese financial institutions here. It's all about the official digital currency of China, right? It's called the e-Chinese yuan, or ECNY for short, and there's a lot of buzz about the ECNY here. Yeah?
And now we are at the booth of China Construction Bank.
Yeah.
And we want to talk to them, what are they showing and what are the features and advantages of the digital yuan they're
Absolutely, yeah. So China Construction Bank, for our audiences overseas, this is the world's second largest financial institution when it comes, well, not the second largest in the world, excuse me, but China's second largest financial institution in terms of assets. So let's get a little bit more about the ECNY and bring in somebody from CCB. We have Ms. He here, who is a senior manager at China Construction Bank, to talk to us a little bit more about what the digital yuan is all about, yeah?
Okay, so it's very nice to meet you. So first question from me, what are the advantages and benefits does digital yuan bring to us?
Yeah, there are many advantages for consumers to use ECNY payment. First, people only need one mobile phone numbers to open ECNY wallet, and also the users can easily enjoy the basic financial services from the banks. And also the overseas residents from who come to China for a short time can easily open the ECNY wallet as well, and without opening the bank accounts in advance in China. So the foreigners can use ECNY payment to meet their daily payment needs.
Yeah. So this is like what you were mentioning, Hongyu, right? China's commitment to further open up its financial services industry, and I think the ECNY is definitely a mechanism to do that. Ms. Ke, we know, of course, China already is a leader when it comes to mobile payments. There are many mobile payment options here in China. How do you think the ECNY is potentially unique, is different compared to some of the other mobile payment options we find here in this country?
Yeah, the ECNY payment is quite different from other mobile phone payment options. For example, ECNY payment is free of handling fees. It can reduce the costs and reduce the burdens of the merchants and the users. And second, ECNY payment means fast payment. Only the payer and the payee can exist without going through the third-party platform. It can avoid the risks that the information is connected and linked from third-party platforms.
It's a quite clear and short and convenient way of payment. And also, we've noticed there are a lot of people here maybe taking part in some activities. How are they showing their interest here at the booth of China Construction Bank?
The people here are more interested in our coffee machine. They can pay a penny ECNY to pay for a cup of coffee. And other people are more interested in our hardware wallets, especially for special shaped and multi-purpose hardware wallets.
Yeah, I mean, Ms. Ke, I feel like the ECNY, obviously, this is, I think, quite a new product and service that China is offering to its consumers. What kind of questions do you think consumers are asking? What questions are they asking? What are they curious about the digital currency?
Yeah, there are many people asking questions for ECNY to me, and many questions are mainly focused on, for example, how to support elder and minors to use, and how to support the foreigners to enjoy the convenience of the ECNY payment in China. So as we said, we provide different forms of hard wallets to the minors and the elders. And for the foreigners, we can support the mobile phone numbers from 194 countries and regions to open the ECNY wallet. And we also can support the Visa and MasterCard to top up the ECNY wallet.
Wow, so again, this shows China's commitment to financial opening up, right? Because basically all countries and regions around the world can now use the ECNY wallet if they choose to do so. One quick thing, Ms. Ke was mentioning maybe senior citizens also using this product. I just want to maybe pan our camera over to this way a little bit and get a look at this line, and we can actually see, right? We have senior citizens, we have younger people all trying this out.
Yes.
So there is no generational gap, I feel, for the ECNY. This is something that all generations want to test out. Yeah, it's quite amazing here in China.
Old and young are all here trying to experience that. They may download the app here and make their first transaction. Okay, and here's one more question from me. We just mentioned that China is already leading in terms of mobile payment. What do you think? Do you think that China is also playing a leading role in terms of digital currency?
Actually, at present, the competition in the research and development of in the research and development of the CBDC in the world is becoming increasingly fierce. And as early as 2014, the PBOC has set up a special group to carry out the CBDC research work. And in April 2022, the PwC released the report that more than 80% of central banks are considering or have launched the CBDC. And also in 2022, the PBOC Digital Currency Institute, the Bank of Talent, the Central Bank of United Arab Emirates and the Hong Kong Monetary Authority has jointly constructed a CBDC system. We laminated the Ambridge system, and the Ambridge system has already been passed the pilot test. So I do think China is one of the major countries to introduce legal digital currencies, which is of great significance to actively participate in international competition.
Wow, so we are then already seeing cooperation then when it comes to central bank digital currencies, the CBDCs that you were talking about. Ms. He, fantastic insights. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Ms. He, Senior Manager at China Construction Bank, China's second largest commercial bank by assets. Thank you so much, Ms. He. All right, bye-bye. Okay, wow.
I think maybe after this live stream, we can try and buy something here.
Absolutely,
or another
yeah.
booth.
Yeah.
Actually, yesterday there were also many people here in the booth, so I followed the trend.
Yeah.
And I downloaded the app. I was preparing to offer a lot of information on the phone, but that process was quicker than I thought. It was really short and really convenient. It just took me about 1 or 2 minutes. I downloaded the app, I chose a supplier, maybe a bank, and then I set a password, and that's it.
Yeah, it's really quick, it's really simple. Hongyu, I saw the process as well. It's quick and simple. And the thing about digital currencies here in China, I would wager that China would be a country where its people, its consumers, would be the fastest adopters of an official digital currency, because we know that Chinese consumers are very tech savvy. They're fast adopters of technology, whether it's maybe more elderly residents, especially the younger generation, for example. And that's what I like about this pavilion, right?
Yes.
This pavilion in particular, it really raises the profile. It popularizes the use, the knowledge of digital currencies, where you have all these financial institutions getting people to register and sign up for it and actually use it to see what it's like.
Sure.
Right?
And actually, it's already, as you said, it's already cooperating with other platforms.
Yeah.
Maybe when you order some delivered food on food delivering platforms like Meituan, you will find that digital currency is also in the list of payment options.
Yeah.
So it's among WeChat Pay and Alipay, so it's one more option for Chinese consumers.
It's already in use, actually, right? Because we know that China is a mobile payments leader. So again, that would lead to faster adoption of the official digital yuan, the ECNY, because it's going to be rather frictionless. People are already used to mobile payments. You know what? I was trying to find some cash, Hongyu, to bring to this exhibit, but I couldn't really find much at home, right? Because
I assume it'll be very difficult
because
to
China
find
has
anyone with cash.
Yeah, already become, I feel, almost a cashless society. At least that's my impression of it. So I don't know. I feel like we should just maybe grab someone from the trade fair and ask them how much cash they have on hand, or if they're bringing cash. We may see a generational gap here, right? Where maybe some of the more senior citizens have cash on hand. Maybe the younger people have less cash on hand or no cash on hand. So how about we just randomly grab a person? How about this gentleman right here? 你好，不好意思，问一个问题，您现在身上有带现金吗？没有，对吧？没有。
See, no.
Okay, 谢谢您啊。So we just asked this gentleman right here, pretty young. 农业银行，反正肯定在这里，您看一看。Ask you for directions. It's massive in here, so I don't know. She was asking me about where the Agricultural Bank of China is. I don't know. I mean, this place is massive. You're gonna have to walk around. Yeah. So we were just asking that young gentleman right over there, and he said he has no cash on hand. Right? How about we just try? How about we grab another person and see? Yeah. Grab one, Hongyu. This lady right here.
She refused me. She rejected.
It's okay. Media is not for anyone. How about we ask this lady right here? 不好意思，问您一下，您现在身上有带现金吗？
没有。
没有，对吧？ Okay. Again, no cash on hand. It's just all mobile payments here in China. 谢谢您啊。Okay.
Two no's.
Two no's. Let's try.
pavilion.
How about this? How about we try and find someone who actually has cash on hand? Maybe this gentleman here. 您好，不好意思，问您一下，您身上现在有现金吗？
No.
谢谢您，谢谢您. No cash either, so maybe a little bit.
We will never end this live stream
Exactly.
with that mission.
Okay, how about our goal is to actually find someone who has cash on hand, yeah?
Okay.
Okay, all right.
See whether we
Let's
can
see
do it.
whether we can do that. So where are we now, Hongyu? We've exited the pavilion, Pavilion 9.
And here you can see those banks are also building up their smaller booths here to let customers experience how it's like to pay by e-CNY.
So we're here at a place called the Digital Yuan 3.0 Avenue, I believe. And again, this is about helping people to understand, to use the digital yuan a little bit better. So you can sign up inside, scan, download the app, like we said, easy, very easy to do, and then you can actually experience paying with digital currency out here on the Digital Yuan Avenue, right?
And there are already people queuing up here.
Yeah.
Actually, there are a lot of people every day.
Yeah, let's take a look at this because
Let's see what they're doing.
Let's see what they're doing. So they're queuing up to try the digital yuan. This is the Postal Savings Bank of China, another major commercial bank here in China.
Yes, let's grab someone
and these
and
people,
ask
yeah.
them.
Yeah. All right,